everybody, and welcome to the Finding the Dash podcast today. Today is going to be a very special episode. I have a special co-host with me. He is a very popular guy. Most of y'all know him already, and he is someone who is part of a very famous podcast that is called the Finding the Dash podcast. And Brother Luke, welcome to the podcast today. How are you, buddy?
Thank you, Brother Chad. It's an honor to be here. I'm doing pretty good.
I had to plug our podcast because if we don't plug it, who's going to? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I reckon. That's usually the only kind of horn tooting I hear.
That's right. I mean, if you don't toot your own horn, that horn's just going to lay and collect dust, ain't it? Hey, we are missing Brother Mark. He's going to be out for an episode or two here, but, you know, it's here around Christmas time. It's a very busy time, and so things are going on, but
yeah, it's a busy time, but
that's for sure.
It is, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And so he's got some things going on, but we're going to carry on like he would want us to, and then hopefully here in a couple episodes he'll be back with us, and we're looking forward to that. But we've got the main man, Brother Luke Horn, with us tonight, and most of you have heard him. He is over the Finding the Dash Labs there. He makes all of our commercials for us, our little advertisements, I guess you would say, or I usually work in product development in the marketing sector. You know, you go. Yeah.
The office gets a little cramped sometime with me in there, but we make it work.
With you, yourself, and you, huh?
Yeah.
So in the DTD labs, you're kind of like Santa's elves. You make everything happen, right?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially at Christmas time, you wouldn't believe what kind of orders we got.
Oh, man.
Since we're plugging product development, have we got the solutions for you? You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now, we got socks, DTD Incorporated socks, I believe. They're at least on the way. Y'all keep y'all's eye out for those.
Those are actually on the website.
You know,
yep.
And if you're like me and you're a last-minute Christmas shopper or a last-minute New Year's Valentine's Day shopper, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we got those Sancta socks.
Yeah.
Get you Sancta rocking.
That's right. Because you ain't rocking.
If you ain't Sancta socking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got it down, brother.
I reckon.
Oh, man. We have a lot of fun on here, but, you know, this episode and the next episode is going to be naturally, this time of year, going to be all about Christmas. And what better way of making it count than focusing on what Christmas and what Christmas is all about. And so during the course of this episode, Brother Luke, there's some interviews that'll be played. One, I got to talk to my daughter and my father-in-law, and we're going to talk to Brother Luke here and maybe some more about what Christmas really means to them and how the world today views Christmas. And we've been doing a lot of traveling lately and here during the holidays. So some of this episode has been done on the road. So we're going to call this one Dashing Down the Road. And so it has been a busy time, but you know, in the heart of every Christian, Christmas really is all year round, Brother Luke.
It is, Brother Chad. It's one of the good things about Christmas that I love is the spirit that's involved in Christmas, you know, and the fact that actual Christmas isn't just at Christmas time, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
They say that, you know, Jesus is the reason for the season. And sometimes it's easy to glaze over that, you know, think it's cliche, but it really is true.
It is.
That the good Lord is all we need to celebrate.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right, and it is so important that we remember that. Christmas has always been special in my heart. It's always my favorite time of year. Not just the snow, and when I was a kid, the snow days off from school, and because I realized real quick once I got out of school, those snow days turned into just really difficult days to get to work.
Yeah, basically.
Well, my job, they didn't have snow days. I was still responsible to get out there. So the snow days really didn't matter anymore. But the reason for the season, like you was talking about, and that baby born in a manger and everything, and that's something that a lot of time we see anymore that the world's trying to remove from Christmas. I was telling my Sunday school class Sunday, I believe it was, or maybe it's the Sunday before, that a lot of places you see now is no longer Christmas, but it's Xmas or just Happy Holidays. Or one of my kids in class actually said that they saw somewhere it was the letter C in Mus rather than even Xmas. But it's really sad. And a lot of places don't want the nativity displayed. They've taken that out, but they focus so much on the Santa Claus, of it.
Oh yeah.
And so it's really a confusing time, but it's so great to be able to stand and say, I'm glad I know that baby that was born in the manger. I'm glad I know the story of how that baby grew up and went to the cross and died for my sins. But the story don't end there. I'm glad I know that 3 days later he resurrected and he went to the better place for me. Because, had it not been for the virgin birth, had it not been for his death, but then not been for his resurrection, then, that story would be a whole lot different. I'm so thankful for that tonight, that we can say we know him and he knows us.
That's right. That's right. It really gives an actual joy and hope to the season, to the holiday, and what it stands for.
Yes, sir.
It's real.
Yes, it is. It surely is. Now, Brother Luke, I understand you came prepared with some holiday jokes for us tonight.
I do, Brother Chad. I got a couple here to kind of get things rolling.
All right.
I'll let her fire when you're ready.
Oh, buddy, you go ahead and fire away, brother.
So what is green, covered in Christmas lights and Christmas bulbs, and goes ribbit? A mistletoe.
I was expecting a Christmas tree, but I'll go except for the ribbit part naturally. Yes, I heard a story, so we can count this as the news now. Okay. I heard a story the other day of this person that I guess they were using a live Christmas tree, and they were I believe they was putting lights on the tree maybe, and this was actually on the news, and they was doing something to the tree, and they happened to hear what sounded like a sneeze. And they're like, what? I'm here alone. What was that noise?
Uh-oh.
And when they got to looking, there was a baby possum in their live Christmas tree. Now
a baby possum.
A baby possum was inside the tree. So imagine, that could have really ended up being a very interesting Christmas for them, couldn't it?
Yeah. Open up your present and there's a possum.
Turning the Christmas lights on and then going to bed and waking up with a new pet cuddled up next to you.
I think the kids would still be pretty happy if they got a new baby pet possum, but they'd be like, who got it for me? Mama said we couldn't have no more pets.
Yeah, Santa Claus brought it, Mama. Yeah, Santa Claus is in the pet delivery now. That's economy. That's the economy for you.
Basically.
Noise is just, he's shipping pets now. Oh man, that would have been terrifying to me though. I mean, I've been around possums some, but
They're kind of scary looking. You know, with that grin, you know, those teeth, and they have hands. They don't have paws.
I don't know how they are when they're babies, but man, when they grow up, oh man, they've been some that have been pretty rough characters I've dealt with.
They ain't pretty creatures.
No, they're different. I guess they're different. That's for sure. I guess they're like me. They're not the prettiest creature God ever created. I guess He's got a purpose for them.
Oh,
it's like I heard somebody say the other day. They was talking about. They said, "I got a face for radio." Well, I've got a face for radio. That's for sure.
I'm in there with you, Brother Chad.
Well, Brother Luke, let me ask you, buddy. We talked a little bit a while ago, kind of, which probably covered some of it, but what does Christmas mean to you, buddy? I know a lot of people think of the food and the family, and that is part of it, but what does Christmas mean to you, buddy?
So, Brother Chad, that's a really good question. And I have a lot of feelings and thoughts about it. Anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely love Christmas. I've been very appreciative to grow up in a culture that celebrates Christmas. And I feel like just me, like my church, my family, we love Christmas. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
It's been my whole life. I love putting up Christmas lights, and all that, the decorating. So for me, Christmas is not just the 2 days in December, it's like an entire season.
Yes.
Some people may not agree, but I start a little early. I roll Thanksgiving into the Christmas season.
Sure.
So I start the Christmas music and all that a little bit November. But
yeah. Well, I was just going to say, brother, I agree with you on that. I have no problem getting the tree up around the 1st of November. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, let Thanksgiving get over first. But here's my thing. If you don't know what Christmas is all about, then really you can't be thankful.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I mean, how can you celebrate your thankfulness if you really don't know what Christmas is all about?
Yeah, that's the thing
So I'm like you. I kind of roll it all into one, and I'm like, hey, throw that tree up. Let's celebrate Christmas. Let's go ahead. Let's give Jesus 2 months.
Amen.
And now we may lose some followers on that one, but so then it's going to go from 3 back down to 2 of us. I'm going to have to listen to each episode twice as much now.
Okay. I'll cover for you on every other week if you need me to.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, you listen every other week.
Me and Brother Mark will rotate out listening.
I'll have to listen to each episode twice, and y'all just take a week about. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine, Brother Chad. Yeah, so for me, I love the Christmas season, and of course, it's about the birth of Jesus and what He did for us, and it's a beautiful thing because it's the beginning of the gospel story. It's hard to really if you have a gospel presentation, you know what I mean. Like you can't. You usually start with the garden, Adam and Eve, and when we sin, and you work your way to Jesus, His death, burial, and resurrection. Right. But you have to segue Jesus into the scene somehow, right. And it's hard, it's hard to tell people about Jesus without telling about His birth, and sure. That's why Christmas is such an awesome thing. It's such a big deal that we mark our calendars year, by it, AD and BC, as far as that goes. So that's the big deal about Christmas. I'm not expressing it like it needs to be expressed, of course. You guys out there know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But another component of that. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead, brother. You go right ahead.
I was just gonna say, for me, another component of that is like celebrating with my family. You know, Christmas has always been a time to be at home with my church family and my biological family. You know, we always get together at Christmas and celebrate, and I really love being around the people I love. So that's a really big thing for me at Christmas.
Yes,
and
sir.
eating. I eat good too.
Oh yeah. Oh man, there's some of those dishes, that food that comes out at Christmas that you don't see all year round.
Oh no, it's not. You get it once or twice a year.
Yes. And that's some food straight off the Lord's table right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
And well, let me ask you this, Brother Luke. Do you have a favorite Christmas memory or favorite gift or anything that you would want to share with us tonight?
So that's also a good question. Excuse me. Like I said, I love Christmas. So I have all kinds of memories, Brother Chad, that I could share. You know, a lot of good things, a lot of traditions that we do over the Christmas. I guess one of the things I'll share is, for me, the Christmas, like I said, the Christmas season usually starts around November. And for me, it kind of officially starts when me and Mom start decorating our house. We put up all the Christmas decorations, and I play some Christmas music. I love Christmas music. We do that every year. I love that. And again, like I said, on Christmas Day, we usually go have a breakfast with my family and stuff. Sit around and, you know, talk to people, talk to my family. Some of them that I don't get to see, but ever so often. You know, some of us are living farther away now than we used to and stuff like that. So it's good to come back and reconnect. That's a really lot of favorite memories that I have.
Yes, sir. I've been asking a lot today of my family about their favorite memories and things, and of course they asked in return what one of mine was. And one of my favorite, this was a memory and gift, both, I guess you would say, but and I guess it might be in a way an odd one, but I can remember I was about probably 10 or 11 years old. All year long, I wanted a bow. I wanted a compound bow. All year long, I asked Mom and Dad, I want a bow. I want to start bow hunting. I want a bow. And so Mom and Dad, at the time, there was this store in our area called Magic Mart, and Magic Mart started selling compound bows. And so Mom and Dad got me one and had it there for me for Christmas. And man, I was excited. And I opened that bow, and I was like, I got me a bow, you know. Well, as soon as I opened that bow, though, it was like something spoke to me and said, "Man, this ain't it." And I looked at Mom and Dad, and I was like, I don't want y'all to be hurt at me, but can I take this back and get me a guitar? And I was like, they're like, well, if that's really what you want, you know. And so we took it back after a year, you know, waiting and wanting and me bugging them for that bow. And we took it back and got the money out of it, and Dad took me to a music store. And I found this guitar I liked, and you know, it's the guitar I play today. I'm 41 years old, and I still play that same guitar that I got when I was 11 years old. Now I've had to have the neck of it refretted. I've renutted, rebridged it. You know, I've had electrical hookups put into it. You know, all that. But I mean, I can still picture it sitting there on the stand when I bought it. The little cardboard case they would put them in then, them little cheap cardboard cases, the smell of the case, and you know, just, man, it was an exciting time, you know. And it was just, that was probably one of my most memorable Christmas gifts ever, because it's been with me, 30 years now.
Stuff like that's really special.
Yeah, it was it wasn't just a gift. It was sort of like they were investing in my future,
Oh yeah.
And so it's traveled with me. When I went and played the Key Mountain Brothers and everything, that guitar is what I always played, and so it was really an investment in my future. It was an investment in my spiritual life. Playing it in church and everything, and it's just, man, that was the memory that came to mind, to me. Let me ask you this, brother. What do you have, and this is hard. I think this is a hard question, so I'll tell you up front. What do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Okay, Brother Chad. So, full disclosure, when you asked me about this, I thought about it. And like I said, I love Christmas music. So off the top of my head, I made a list.
Okay.
And I won't share the whole list, but and it's not comprehensive by any means. But the two I have starred, if I just have to pick a favorite, for a long time I've loved Carol of the Bells.
Oh yeah.
I love Carol of the Bells.
Okay.
And also the orchestra version of Sleigh Ride.
Okay.
I love that song. That's a good one. I also
Christmas music, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I love For King and Country's O Come, Emmanuel. I would suggest that one to anybody looking for a good listen. 10th Avenue North has The First Christmas. And old brother Louis Armstrong, he sings The Cool Yule. That's a pretty good one.
You're stretching across a variety of genres there.
Yeah. Every now and then you got to pull out Brother Louis. I like him.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I love Christmas. I do, buddy. It's great. And so what we're going to do now, Brother Luke, is we're going to slide into play some of these interviews where we've had the opportunity to, like we was talking earlier, we traveled this week and we've had the opportunity to take some young people down to Tennessee and see some Christmas lights. We did some interviews and things there. Some of the background noise you're going to hear is loud. It was in public areas, public parks, things like that we was able to interview some of our folks, but a lot of them just being in my family and things, but so you're going to hear some background noise possibly, so we apologize for that, but we wanted to see what Christmas means to each individual here and try to focus on that and go from there and let you hear what they had to say about that. So we're going to play that here at this time.
Hello, everyone. We're back here on the road doing some on-the-road interviews, and I'm here today with my father-in-law, Brother Mike Compton, and he's the one who we've interviewed him when we did the review with Key Mountain Brothers, and also he's the one that's wrote a lot of our Christmas plays at our church throughout the years, and so we thought it'd be a great chance to ask him, Brother Mike, what is it that Christmas? What do you think Christmas means to you?
Well, over the years, it seems like we've always been blessed to have a good family time Christmas more than anything. But I always remember Mom and Dad talking about the Christmases when they grew up, and it's really a lot different from what we see today. A lot of our kids today, I mean, when you count birthdays and every other holiday and just different things throughout the year, they really get more on those days than we ever dreamed about, especially Mom and Dad. Christmas back then, and but I've heard them tell stories of just getting a little apples or oranges and fruit, just things that really, take for granted today. But they were happy. Even growing up, and Dad was born in 1936, Mom in 41, and but I can always remember, you know, even though we didn't have a church going family back then, when I was real young, we always had love in our home and our heart, and but we still celebrated the birth of God's Son. And really, I guess that's one of the things I would really like to say is it don't take the what you call it don't take everything, all the goods in life to have a good Christmas. It just takes spending time together and just so thankful, the thankfulness in our heart that we're still here and still have a good God to worship, and a good God's Son that gave the ultimate price for our happiness.
And did you ever have a specific, like, favorite memory or a favorite gift or anything like that you'd ever got for Christmas or anything? I know you talked a little bit about your parents and grandparents talking about getting the apples and the oranges for Christmas. Was there ever a time or a favorite Christmas memory that you can think of?
Well, I guess the most memorable gift or anything like that was, it wasn't a gift for me, but me and my wife, Teresa's always been wanting to keep everything, especially when it comes to the kids. And she's had it stashed away in here probably for 30-some years. And then probably about five or 6 years ago, she decided to make a shadow box with all of their little things that they had when they was growing up, their pacifiers and what we brought them home in. But it was really cool, really. And I know she enjoyed doing it, but the way we did it, and it took a lot of love and time to do it. But when we actually give them to the kids, we done a scavenger hunt, and we would write I would write little notes and scatter them all over his hillside, if you know where we live, and they'd have to find it and find where the gifts was, and it was really neat. They had a great time finding them. Probably took 30 or 40 minutes to find them. And then when they actually found them and seen the love that their mom showed through just not only keeping it, but then putting it together in a little shadow box to all their memories, it was really a special moment in our house.
That was an emotional Christmas, that's for sure. Walk down memory lane. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
Well, if you know how our Christmases are, we laugh a lot, and but my favorite song, I guess of Christmas of all time is "Beautiful Star of Bethlehem." But probably 15 years ago, we made up a song here one night called "Christmas in Virginia," and we still some of the grandkids still remember that and sing that. But we just enjoy the moments that we get to spend together, and really it's just amazing what God can do if you just. And it all started with a little prayer at an altar, and started a great heritage for our family.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up on this one. And thank you, Brother Mike, for your time. And I love those memories. Thank you. Okay, everybody, I'm here with another interview. Today, on this one, I'm going to interview my youngest son, Xander Clifton. And Xander, how old are you today? Right now?
I'm 11 years old.
So he is a wise man, 11 years old. So he's got some wisdom on him by now. So, Xander, if anybody asks you, what does Christmas mean to you, what would you say?
It is the birth of Jesus, and that's very special.
That's right. The Christmas, that's what it's all about. The reason for the season is the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. And so that was a great answer there. And Xander, do you have a favorite memory or perhaps favorite gift that you've ever received that you would like to share with us today?
That's a tie between three things. And that's my gun and my hoverboard and my Fitbit watch.
A gun, a hoverboard, or Fitbit watch. That is pretty much something probably any young boy would say. Of course, those didn't all come in one Christmas. Those are over the course of many years. But that is, I would say, a good answer. Those are good things too. And one more question for you, Z-Man. What about your favorite Christmas song? What would be your favorite Christmas song to hear?
Probably Silent Night.
Silent Night. Any more you like real good? No more? Okay. That one's your favorite? Silent Night is a great one. And so there you have it, folks. Answers from a modern day wise man. Xander, thank you for being here in the traveling studio with us here in the van. And Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, here we are today. We're on the road traveling today, but we are interviewing some of our young people. And right now I'm here with my oldest daughter, Cadence Clifton. And Katie, how old are you right now?
19.
All right, you may have to be a little bit louder. But and Katie, what does Christmas mean to you?
Christmas to me is special because it's a time of joy. It's a time of getting together with family, and it's a time that the entire world has set apart. It is very commercialized, but it is set apart as a story of Christ and what God has done for us. It's a special time of year that I look forward to.
Awesome response. And do you have a certain special Christmas memory that is special to you? I know there's probably many of those, but if you want to just maybe pick from one of those and share with us today, maybe one that stands out in your mind. It could be a favorite gift or something like that.
The biggest memory that stands out to me is a funny memory, but it was with my great-grandparents at their house for Christmas when the whole family was up there. And we were really little, and you could probably have given us a rock for Christmas and we would be excited. And the year we opened our presents, we got Slinkies from Mama and Papa Stiltner. And the thing that made Christmas just that more enjoyable was not only that we got Slinkies, but it was Papa's face when he lit up because we lit up at getting Slinkies. And for some reason that had stuck out in my mind, that he was just excited as we were because he was able to get us something that year.
I remember that. That was great. I mean, they were definitely two heroes. And there you have it, folks. Words of wisdom from some of our family and friends. And Christmas is surely to be a time of fellowship, a time of family, a time of food. All those are wonderful things. A time of giving, a time of receiving. However, the thing that's most important is that we do not forget to recognize the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because that is truly what Christmas is all about. Him coming to earth, leaving the throne of heaven and coming to earth for us. And so let's be sure this Christmas, the one way that we could really make our life count is that we put Christ back in Christmas, and most of all, make him Lord of our life. And I pray that if you haven't done that, you won't let this Christmas go by without doing that. And so I want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for tuning in to us, and may God bless you and keep you. And tune in next week for our final December episode, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and we'll get to meet you here, and we'll once again get to celebrate Christmas together. God bless you. Let's always make it count.